Friday, then Saturday, Sunday. What did I step in? I am the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American Sybil, messenger of God, child of God, the Lilith reincarnated, here on a Friday. In order to keep up with me, you ready to see what I posted on my community page? Kobe came and showed me something. It was wild. What started the conversation? My post yesterday about, people dying in planes. I thought about him and Richie Valens and Aaliyah. I was just thinking about it, and they all died in the air. And then he showed me, and then I saw what it was what it was like to be in the helicopter when it went down. It was interesting. I mean, I didn't show me everything, just him. I could just see the look on his face. It was like his eyes were big, like he knew. I mean, I guess they all knew, dude. It went down. They were going down fast. They just grabbed their kids, looked at each other, and, closed their eyes. Sad. Why would he show me that? They show you, you're never ready for whatever they're going to show you. I was like, damn, I didn't need to see that. And it jumped to a thought. It was the thought that came after that made something. It's like, where would I be if Kobe didn't die? And then you go back, it's like, we think about where they would be, what their lives would look like if they were still alive. But we don't realize that, how much their death changed our lives. You know what I mean? It ended, but it started something new, He's showing me when he died, the basketball players, his associates and his colleagues had to step up now. You know what I mean? He held the crown. Pac showed me that. It's like, we think about this all the time. Music would have never took the way, rap would have never went the direction. It would have never became pop rap. You know what I mean? It would have never went that direction had Pac stayed. Do you know what I mean? He was the establishment of rap. And after he left, rap kind of lost its grounding. You know what I mean? Its foundation, and it kind of flowed with the rest of music. You know what I mean? It flowed with R&B, and it flowed with pop. And then it became what it is today, which is very mushy. But in the essence, it's like, we wish that they were here and what their lives would have been. Pac wouldn't have sang music for 50 fucking years, I can tell you that. I told that to all of the performers. He would not have done that. He would have done advocacy, for sure. He wouldn't have done it. He wouldn't have. Nobody would have took his spot. But in the essence, it wasn't all about that. That was just a way in. That's like saying that Kobe was going to end up as a broadcaster. No, bro. They were better than that. They were better than that. And, you go back to someone like DMX, bro, he was hella old. He lived his whole life. He asked God just to get him out. And he got to go out and he got to enjoy life one more time. You know what I mean? He was hella old. Nipsey was already doing his advocacy and trying to, you know what I mean? It wasn't about, getting plaques and Grammys and looking good for the boys. Getting my name on a fucking, on a fucking chart. None of that shit. You know what I mean? Them dying changed, made people have to live harder. Is what I got out of it. And again, if I didn't have their spirits, I wouldn't be what I am today. It wasn't even about them in the flesh. It was like, without their spirits, I wouldn't even be where I am. So you look back and it's like everything is always meant to be. There's always, a life-giving purpose and stuff. And as far as his daughter, dude, she's going to be an amazing Olympian in this next life. An unbelievable Olympian. Sadly, she'll probably be white. Because, the privilege of the white people. Truthfully. She was athletic, dude. She played basketball because her dad played basketball, but that was an athlete. And that was him. He was a fucking athlete. He just channeled it through basketball. That man could have fucking been an athlete for, he could have been great in anything. He had a great mindset. Do you know what I mean? And that's Pac. If Pac didn't have if you didn't give him a mic, he still was going to make something unbelievable of his life. He was still about change. He was still about running his mouth and making it heard. And that was Nipsey too. It's like, yeah, we were all part of the street, but we were a different street. You know what I mean? We were a different street that ran through the blocks. I just wanted to kind of point that out is, when we go back to the dead, we wish they were alive, and we wish that, how great our lives would be if they were alive. You're asking them to live more life, which is, you have no respect for life, that's a struggle. Think about DMX, you know what I mean? He'd been in the institution for hella long. He got out, he was old. He couldn't be a 20-year-old rapper again. Not even a 30-year-old rapper again. He couldn't, but he only knew one way of life. He had lived that life his whole life. And to come out and try to find, a retired way of life, yeah, I don't think so. I guess it's just more about the Hecate and, a respect for death. We all are going to die, all different ways. And, it's that memory it's the memory of our life that pushes people. When we're alive, we inspire, but when we're dead, we really push them. You know what I mean? It really pushes people to live harder. That's what I got out of that. If I take this whole thing, it's like, what was the message? Live harder. Live for the ones that are no longer alive because they live within you. You know what I mean? And that's it. Kobe's, he's there. Who celebrates my success with me? You. I wouldn't be successful without you. Of course you're here. Why wouldn't you be here on a fucking, as the planets are aligned right now, why wouldn't you be here with me? And that's where it is, in those successful moments, it's those people are there with you. My grandma's here with me. My mom's here. These important moments. You can feel that they're there with you, that they walked with you to get here, and they're so proud of you. And then you really know that I couldn't have done it without you. Kobe was trying to teach many people great things, but they didn't hear him. If you would have listened, man, he could have turned you into something amazing like he did me. And I'm so honored that he gave me that power to pass on to others, you know what I mean? But again, you guys, that's the appreciation of life. You don't appreciate them till they're gone. You know what I mean? I wasn't a basketball fan. It's my least favorite. Something about the screen, when I watch them, all I see is the colors moving around of their jerseys. I completely black out the person, the ball, and all I see is the mixture of the colors moving across the screen. Really? Not their fucking skin. I'm talking about the colors of the jerseys. It gets weird when I watch basketball on TV. All I see is the colors moving together. During my awakening, I don't know how I know it was him. It was my birthday, and non-coincidentally, I end up going to my first Nuggets game. I go with the people I go with my producer, all these people from the studio. We put it together. And I'm supposed to go with Tree, who's my best friend, but he don't want to go because he's afraid he's going to see his girl hugged up on some fucking player. That's exactly what he says to me when I call him to tell him to come with us. He's like, no, I don't want to see my bitch out there hugged up on some player. Obviously, it ain't your bitch if this is the case. As, you can understand why me and him were having troubles. Anyway, so he don't want to go. I'm trying to get Bobby to come with me. He don't want to go. It's my first game, and I sit there, and Priestess, he's a rapper out here. I hang out with him, and We're chilling. We meet some Australian people. He's explaining the game. I'm trying to figure out who this big ass motherfucker is that's like taller than the room. You know that guy that plays for the Nuggets? He looks like he's kind of like part giant. Yeah, dude, he's really big in real life. I was like, what the fuck is that? We weren't that far from the, from the court. And I was just tripped out. I'd cleaned that stadium billions of times. But to be in it filled with people and shit, it was trippy. And, I know that was Kobe because I don't give a shit about no basketball. Never really did. Next thing I know, we're following the games. I'm literally following the championship games. I'm like, well, first off, the Nuggets win that championship. I'm not following the Nuggets, but I'm like, he's got me all over it, So then him and Pac and all of them take me to the Bay. And while I'm up there, they're having the Warriors and the Lakers game. And he wants me to go, but my sister kind of talks me out of it. I told her I'll just jump on the ride. I just got to be there for the vibe. But I didn't actually go. And he was wanting me to be part of it. I was up in the Bay when they were about to give Pac that street. Was it MacArthur? No, I don't remember. They named a street after him and shit. It was all, timing. Wonderful timing. When I got to Arizona, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing in Arizona? Well, come to find out, that was DMX's favorite place. He loved Arizona. He said it was heaven to him. It's like, this is fucking hell, if you ask me. There was some prettiness to it. A lot of prettiness to it. I could see why, whatever. But it's... why I'm telling you this is they live on through us. And we can live out, their experiences, you know what I mean? Their bucket list, they're with us. And that goes back to, don't tell me to do an exorcism and it's your fucking grandma. I'm honored that these are my guys, and I know why they're my guys is because I'm doing great works, the works that they did and bigger. But I wouldn't be where I am today without their teachings. I can't say them in life, but their teachings, what they taught me. And not just, in the afterlife, but in life. Live hard. Because you're not just living for you. Is the story that I'm going to give to you with this one. You know what I mean? You have a chance to do things that others no longer do, and they live through you, and that's your angels too. They're always pushing you to do some shit, bro. They love when I do crazy shit. They love when I do crazy shit, because, like, they're crazy, and they wish they could do some shit like that, so they want us to do the shit they never did before. They love it. They'd be getting together with me. I'd be so embarrassed about myself. They love that shit. They'd be like, you fucking did it. Like, I look like a whole jackass out there. You enjoyed that? Yes, we did. Very much. I mean, I hate to be so gruesome, but like me giving Bobby a blowjob, the whole universe is watching. And I step out and I start watching, and then it gets real weird. Like, they're so proud of you right now. You were so afraid to do this. I guess. Okay, stop watching me. You're making me nervous. I'm getting stage fright. In the essence, there's nothing you're doing, like whatever you're doing, God's there, and it's just a life experience, bro. They're not even going to tell you the weird shit they did in their lives as celebrities. They may not have went to a Diddy party, but they seen some parties go down. Oh, God, Pac. As soon as I said that, he stood up like... You can't say that Nika's name around them. Hell no. Oh, he's such a joke. His energy is so funny. Live hard, guys. They're depending on you. They're pushing you. They're the ones, you gotta be careful who's giving you these great ideas. Fucking Pac and his ideas. But you know when they're pushing you, bro. You can feel it. You can hear that voice. Maybe not theirs, but there's a voice inside, and that's their spirit, bro. They were great spirits. Pushing your spirits to be high, That's it. They lived lives. They didn't do what we wanted, and they didn't live as long as we wanted, but, hey, bro, a life is a life, and every day is a hard day on, to live. Money, power, and success didn't mean that their lives were any easier. It meant that they had more responsibility. Oh, I'm saying big pun. I mean, I'm a rapper now. It's so hard. Yeah. You know, it's not about living the best of your life. It's just about making your life. It's not about what you do with it. It's the value you take in it. You know what I mean? Good people, you know, it's not about all the great things they did. It's about the goodness they shared and how they taught us to be good. You know, Michael Jackson and shit. I love him. Well, obviously you can see all the group is here with me. It's a Friday then, so we've got some serious shadows that are going to hit any time now. You got the moon, you got Venus, and you got Saturn all aligned right now. That is like, imagine a laser, right? Or I'm seeing Thor, where you have to put this, you know, you have to align it so that the power can come through. When it hits you, bro, it's going to hit you. What is it going to hit? Your moon is your emotions and your mind. Venus is your relationships and how you deal with love and connections. Saturn is your limitations, bro. This is an optimist time. This is an optimal time to make a change for once in your life. The energy is going to force you to do it. And then I did a huge reading yesterday about taking action. It's going to call for it. I prepared you guys. This is a big one. We got some new people that I'm not going to be mad at them if they don't, but this is perfect. There's a laser beam of change coming down on you. And no, that's not rain. These guys. I'm never going to be able to be a girly girl with these guys around. In essence, dude, their dirty fucking humor is not theirs, it's mine. I was Lilith. Sex is a joke to me. It was all dirty. Filthy, dirty, dirty, dirty girl. They expect nothing less of me. I'm supposed to reclaim all that dirtiness. Welcome to the dirty, dirty. Oh, you ain't never been to the South before. That's good shit. Okay, I needed a good laugh. I'm gonna jammy jam on it, and we're gonna take on this day. It's gonna be a hot one. It's gonna be 80 degrees today. Oh my god. And I have a forecast of, you know, all kinds of funness, so, you know, I hope you do too. But that's what it means. It means take action in your relationships, bro. Push them to the limitations or break them. You know what I mean? You know what it is. I always say this. I be laughing. You know, if you say that one thing, that shit, that relationship is over. Here comes Lilith. Say it. Say it. Quit fucking around. Here comes Stifler eating the... Quit fucking around. Just do it. Tell me all about it, how bad they blew up when you did it. You knew they were gonna. You just have no idea how bad they're gonna blow up when you do it. How was that date? Oh, if I say no, this bitch is gonna kick me out of her house. Oh, yeah. Just wait, though. She's gonna act a whole fool. Oh, yeah, she did. And that's it, too. You know, dude. You be tiptoeing on your words. You're like, if I say this, it's gonna break. You be thinking it like, I'm gonna say this shit. I'm gonna say this shit one day. I'm gonna fucking break your fucking... I'm gonna hurt your feelings one day. I'm gonna say this shit. I'm gonna say... Today's the day, y'all. Today's the day the players play. Truthfully. And that's what it is, you know, the dark is always encouraging you to liberation. Not violence and shit like that, but we're encouraging you to liberate yourself, to destroy things and walk away and, you know, be a god amongst gods as Adam and Eve's that you are and go create a new world, a new life. And that's it, is like God gave you guys the power. He said you could do it. We just kept telling you what you could do. Look, I can't do it. I think you can. And look at how empowered you were. You ate the apple when God said you couldn't. That goes back to, why'd you let me do this? I mean, was it me that broke the rules or you? Truthfully, he sent me to tempt you. Am I the devil? Well, according to Bobby, I am. I don't think so, but I'm tempting you to take this fucking knowledge and wisdom and use it to empower yourself and become a god amongst yourself. In the essence, that's what it was. And you guys want to run away from God like he ain't part of it no more and shit. It's like, God, that didn't work out so well. Never does when you try to empower humans. You guys are stupid. I empower you and then you try to turn around and disempower someone else. No, no, no. No, no, no. Hey, end that relationship and move on with your life. You could be single and get you a new wife. Like, it's gonna take so long. Yeah, it's gonna take you a long time to fix your shit so you don't keep attracting shitty ass people. You need to stay single. Clean out your talkers and shit. Hey, it's Friday then. That's what it is. I gave it to you. I gave it to you. And the spirits gave it to you. That was a sad story. I mean, that's a sad story. Nobody wants to think about somebody actually dying. But he showed me. They didn't, dude. They just looked at each other and bam, it was over. That's it? Yeah. Sorry to be insensitive. That was kind of very, it was very Bernie Mac. Bam! It was over. I mean, it really was. They died on impact. Nobody was sitting there burning, taking breaths, holding each other, weak arms or anything. Nope. Bam! They were gone. We can only hope to die so quickly, bro. Truthfully. Just bam! Me, I take a breath, I try to laugh, and it was my last breath. That goes back to George Floyd. I say it all the time. I can't breathe. I'm dying. I can't breathe. I mean, we all take that last breath. And when you're gone, that's when, you know what I mean? That's when your life will really start pushing people. You can't really push them. You're just pushing your own life. Pushing yourself through life. But how you do it, you know what I mean? That story is going to help other people push, and that's what Kobe taught me, is the push. You know what I mean? You gotta just that's what they teach you, bro. The spirits, all spirits, bro, they lived a life. There's a lesson to be learned through their life. They took a whole life and made lessons out of it. Learn lessons. And if they didn't, they're going to definitely teach them to you. That's what it's all about, is we all come here and learn some shit. Hey, did you know what I found out? Hey, did you know? Hey, did you? We're all out here it's the school of hard knocks, dude. We're out here fucking, you know what I mean? Trick-or-treating, finding knowledge and wisdom, finding out how to do shit. This is how we... No, that's not how you do it. No, that's not how you do it. This is how... Welcome to Earth. Welcome, soul family. I swear, and I swear by the moon in the star. It's literally up there, dude. Don't let that sun fool you, bro. Just erase the sun and imagine it's dark and it's there. That's how I like to wake up in the morning. I'm like, get out of my face. Come on, God, you're in my way. God is the sun. Yep, he's gonna be shining bright today. Hey, handle your challenges. You know what I mean? Don't let them suffocate you. Overcome them, bro. You know what you're being asked. I know what I need to do. I just don't know if you have the strength. God's given you the strength. Don't be a weenie, bro. I know you're scared. We're always scared about destroying some shit. It's okay. God told you to do it. He'll fix it. He'll make it all better, bro. You know what you gotta do, bro. You really do. You're unhappy. Find one area of your life that you're unhappy and fix it. By what? Destroying it. And don't fucking go try to replace it. If you quit your job, do not get on the fucking internet and go find another job right away. That's not how this works. If you break up with your fucking lover, do not go and have random sex tonight. That's not how this works. Okay? You do something terrible today and then you cry about it tomorrow. That's how it works. It's really the truth. You do it today, you'll wake up tomorrow regretting your life and feeling ashamed and wanting to die, because where am I supposed to go from here? And you sit there all day grieving the death of this thing. Then on Sunday, you'll be kind of numb to the bullshit and be like, it's too late now. They took my arm. It's like an amputation. You're like, well, it's gone now. Then on Monday, you're like, my arm is gone. Sorry, the visuals I get are hilarious sometimes. And then by Tuesday, you're out there nubbing it, bro. You're out there bumping shoulders with motherfuckers. Fuck the elbow. Fuck the fingers, bro. You're bumping shoulders. My Holy Spirits are weird as fuck in their definitions, right? That was a good one. They make a joke out of everything, bro. Oh, man, that was a good one. All right. I gotta go. What was the story? Live hard. Live hard. Love yous. Laters. Bye.